Hello again everybody, welcome back. It is the 3rd of January 2024 and myself and my partner have come here today to glass hunt at Blackhall rocks, and we've been pretty astounded to discover there's no shingle to look through, no stones. It's just big rocks and mess left over from the storm. You can see the storm has well and truly been with us. I'm not even entirely sure it's finished yet, but we're going to take a little walk down, have a look around, see what the storm has left behind and what it's taken away. Well, here we are down on the beach, and I think you can tell the power of some of the waves, whereby these stones here, they've all been smashed up against each other. You can see, normally these are quite laid flat out, but they've all been just whacked into piles. There's been some storm come over here, that's quite evident. Goodness, I've never seen the beach this sandlogged before. There's a lot of sand here, too much sand. This is normally a good foot or 2 foot lower, but the whole beach is sandlogged, the entire thing. I've never seen it like this since I started glass hunting down here. You've got intermittent bits of shingle such as this, but on this day today, this is no beach for sea glass hunting. You can see the missus over there, bless her, trying to find what she can, which you risk getting caught by a wave. But there you can see, right there, this little stream is washing away. It's washing away the sand to reveal the shingle underneath. That shingle is what we need. It's all under the sand. My goodness. Those are some waves. I figured the storm had passed, but I'm not too sure. This is very, very rough. Let's take a little walk along. Have you found anything? What have you got? Bit of sea glass, but like this is the only patch there is to look through. Yeah. My goodness. So normally it swathes from along here to just all the way down there. You've got the whole beach to choose from, and it's just gone. Not there today. Oh look, there's a piece. Hey, come on, where's it gone? There it is. There we are. I'm keeping that bit. Yeah.
Thanks.
And that is the state of Blackhall Rocks Beach at the moment. We'll just have to wait a week or so until the tide changes and the beach returns to normal. Hello again. This is round 2 of the aftermath of Storm Henk, which I believe is still going on in some parts of the country. And we've got blue skies here, but certainly we've had our fair share in the northeast of the terrible weather. It's been blasting the country. We didn't show it on video because I stopped filming, but yesterday, after I stopped filming at Blackhall, we were engulfed by a huge wave that just creeped in and just engulfed us. We got very wet, bag got wet, everything got wet. So I'm just back here in Billingham to see what the score is with the flooding here. I remember seeing in the previous video, this area, indeed the whole area, was absolutely swamped, and of course this is worse. now. So the last video was done after Storm Babette. This is Storm Henk, and my goodness, I don't think I'd dare dip my toes in there because I'm not entirely sure how deep it is. Let's have a little peek. Oh, I can feel that deepening. What a shot. And this is unreal. You wouldn't think such places exist unless you saw it for yourself. And it's hard to say. I'll try and get over there, but right here, right there, that's the little river that runs through Billingham Valley, and this is like total overspill all the way back there. I mean, I'm getting a bit wary of just how deep I'm getting here, so I'm going to go back on land and head over to the little river. My goodness. As I say, I believe Storm Henk is still overtaking some parts of the country. We've had some strong winds, plenty of rain over here. We tend to be lucky in the northeast. We tend to miss the worst parts of each and every storm that comes up. We are very lucky despite what we have, and that's very high. I'm used to seeing this, wow, at least a good 3 or 4 foot shallower. That's come up very high. We're going to have a little walk through the Billingham Valley again and just see how Storm Henk compares to Storm Babette. So here we are back at one of the many entrances to Billingham Valley. See, the rangers have been out clearing a bit of pathway, a bit of tree, and wow, already you can see the sheer impact such weather has on an area like this. I'm going to take these steps very carefully because the ground is completely sodden almost. I mean, many people struggle to walk down there. This is all being cleared out and cleared down. The whole area is literally a quagmire, and I'm pretty certain this is, I'm not sure, it might be just the same level as the Storm Babette video, but no, I think it's higher. This is higher. Now that I've come round here, this is definitely higher. My goodness. My wellies are making a terrible squelching and sucking sound in this mud. You can see it's just, well, it's like quicksand. More ranger work. Some lovely logs up here. I bet they're all drenched through. Take about 2 years to dry out before I can burn those. Yeah, very nice. They may well have taken advantage of the winter condition of the trees while there's no leaves on there to cut them back. It might be the good time of year to do so. I mean, I'll just stand on the bonny banks here. This is probably likely the highest I've seen. This is the highest I've seen this water. I've lived in this area, Billingham, Stockton, Teesside area, all my life, apart from a couple of years working away in the Lake District in Basingstoke, and this is the highest I've ever seen this. I've never seen it so full and close to bursting. I don't know how far along it was recovered from Storm Babette before Storm Henk came along, but certainly Storm Henk hasn't helped the situation. What I intend to do is to walk over to the next part of Billingham Valley where we were previously. See, this has all been cut back and taken down again, and I'm going to compare the height of the water there as well Now here you can see the rush. Here there's actually something of a waterfall in the water. It's always been prominent. You can see the line of the waterfall right there, and the water has just engulfed it, and it's just created this sort of little rapid, if you like, a little rapid. This tree's got no chance. This branch is gasping out for life. So we're going to have a little walk down and I'll show you some of the highlights. Again, a lot more evidence of logging and land management. They've put a hell of a lot down. I mean, a hell of a lot. This would make a beautiful bunch of firewood. I wonder if they're using it to make another sort of hedge all the way along. If growth sprouts from the cut trees again. I do love these natural little gullies where water gathers or runs off, and of course over there you've got the whole swamp area. I wonder who lives in there. I don't think we'll see them today. They must have moved out in this swamp. So back by the riverside, and I've always loved this spot up ahead because of the trees that hang across it. Now, unless I'm mistaken, I haven't compared to the last video, but they look a lot lower than they were in the last video. I shall have to go around and take a proper peek at those. Oh dear. See the state of the path here. Absolutely horrendous. Thankfully we've got the raised pathway here. That'll give me a bit of relief, a bit of help. So here we are, and I'm positive they've fallen more. They're more sunken. It is a crazy, absolutely crazy area when it's flooded. I mean, it's full of amazing natural beauty, but you don't see it like this very often, and it's sometimes breathtaking how different somewhere looks when you're so used to beautiful foliage, huge beautiful trees, and look, they're just all over the place. Trees fallen, broken, chopped down. I mean, look at that thing there. That's just a shell. See if I can zoom in. That's a shell of a trunk. The tree is just gone. That's crazy. So flooded and swamped everywhere. And it's either side of the pathway. I mean, I think if we didn't have this pathway, I wouldn't be able to bring you down here. It's just, I think that bit of green here, the grass, it slopes down ever so slightly, and the water just gathers here. So if this pathway wasn't here, this would be off limits. I think it would be under a foot. 14 inches of water thereabouts. And again, the rugged beauty of such destruction. This tree here just bent completely forward. What's going to happen to that in the summer, when the summer comes? How will it end up? I'll have to do a follow-up, I think. Oh, what have we got here? Ah, we have a bunch of flowers. I wonder what happened. I've not seen anything in the news about specific deaths or anything like that. Is there anything on there? No, just been left here. Let's sort that out for them. At least they're nice and watered. There we go. Sort of give that a best chance at growing outwards. Oh, like I say, I don't know what happened here, if anything. Let's take a look at the river. Unbelievable. we've got quite a foam build up down here. Just there, that's a big foam build up. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe a chemical in the water that's just washed away and the foam has gathered. Now, I love going this way because up here is what I call the grotto. There's a pathway there, that way, pathway there, that way, and a pathway there, that way. It's like a little sort of hobbit hole, if you like. All sorts of little hidey places and things like that. I used to muck around in there when I was a kid. But if I go this way, then I won't be able to show you the bridge where we saw the flood the last time. So I've got to head down this way and take you that way. Now you see here, the flooding is almost foot level with the path. Right there, this is where you've got to walk. I'll see again, the water here, there, I think is level with that water there. And thankfully we've got these bonny banks again to tread over, otherwise, nearly, these paths would be off limit. But look at this, what a swamp. I mean, this could resemble a swamp anywhere in the world. The Everglades, you name it. It makes you wonder what kind of flora and fauna survive in such conditions. Oh. Again, we've got more flotsam and jetsam from chopped up trees down here. They were here last time. I wonder if there's any more. I don't think there is. I think there's the same amount as in the last video. Blimey, I'm putting my foot into the ground. I mean, boot's getting stuck in there. I've got to heave it out. This is like a farmer's yard. My goodness. These lollies have earned a keep. Take a look. Yeah, all sorts of bracken and logs and limbs that have been lopped down. More in there. It's everywhere. Now this, I think, was here last time. I think that was on the other side though. That was over here. I'm not sure. I should really have watched the last one, the Storm Event video, before I came out. Make comparisons. There's a little gully way into the river. I love little spots like this. It looks nothing like this in the summer. You can just see how a little area changes so much in different weather. That's where we've come from. And this path here is practically off limits. Or as our friend Charlie Veach would say, not allowed. Here are the great beautiful trees at the end of this part of the this walk on this side of the Billingham Valley. I love this cluster. They look magnificent in the summer when in full bloom, full foliage. Thankfully it's a little higher up here. Grass is growing and we get a bit of a better foothold. I think what I mean, well, he's just sprung a leak as well. I just saw a squirrel scurrying through the trees and unfortunately I didn't catch him in time. Let's have a look. Is he in there? Can you spot him? Oh, there he is. Is that him? No, it's not. A bit of rubbish. Well, better luck next time. So here we are on the other side. We'll come from there, across the road, and on the other side of Billingham Valley. I will have to be mighty careful here how I tread, because there's nothing to tread on. Just as bad as the other side, obviously. Now last time I went the long way around. I went that way, and that was just as flooded, and all it did was take me right back to this path here. Whoops, careful. So we'll do the sensible thing today and just walk this path. My goodness. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was an adventure. I'd never been up that path before, but if I'd have known it just brought me back to this one, I might have saved my energy. Every step feels like you're taking 3 steps in this mud and mess. Yep, you've guessed it. That's where I came out. Right to the same damn path. So again, following the river, here we have an example, a prime example of the sheer mess and devastation that is made by such weather. I've no idea how this got here. There's no trunk, there's nothing, unless it came from there and got washed down a bit, but this limb has washed down, I think, and everything else is gathered underneath it. I mean, I'm no expert, but that appears to be what's happened. Some sizable tree limbs in there. Oh, I think actually also here there's a bush growing from the bottom also of the river. Obviously things have got caught there as well, so it all just sort of road crashes into the one thing and it all just builds up eventually. Once again, more devastation. Well, it's only a tree trunk. And I think we're coming up to, yes we are, we're coming up to the bridge. The first time I came down here just to have a look, you may remember I wore my regular boots, no good whatsoever. I had to turn back after about 5 feet of getting within walking distance of this bridge. And here we've got another gathering of flotsam and jetsam. Somebody's football in there. Give him a penalty. And the trees, look at that, just sprouting from the surface of the water. Isn't that amazing? Again, it's a testament to the phenomenal beauty that it brings with it. Albeit destructive, but it brings its own sense of rugged, pure awesomeness. Just sticking out of the water like that. Right, let's go and cross this bridge. I've only walked about a mile, but because of the soppy ground it feels like 3 miles. I've given up caffeine for New Year. I'm not sure if I'll have more or less energy, but it's only been a couple of days, so time will tell. Right, careful. Bit of a slope. Ah, no, this is, I think, lower. The water is lower than last time. Yep. When we were here last time, it was literally just a smidge below the bridge. Oh my god, that rhymes. Sensible. So you can see there, the water is about, I don't know, a foot and a half below the bridge. A smidge. So it may well be that the water's draining away, or it just hasn't been as bad as last time. You know, it will be a beautiful view, a beautiful scene. Let's see what the end of the park is like. You ever come to Billingham Valley? There's not much to do except, you know, walk around and look around and take pictures. But this is a gorgeous little grove. Trees either side for a little while. Natural fences. I think they've tried to make a fence from some shrubs and bushes. Didn't quite work. But this is a canny little walkway. It's lovely. Especially when the trees are in full bloom. And here you've got arching trees at the end. Obviously they don't look like very much at the moment, because they're not in bloom. There's no leaves. It just looks mucky and dank. But in the summer, in the spring even, when everything's coming back to bloom, it's beautiful. Well, that's the end of the Billingham Valley leg. Oh, sorry. I've got to remember to focus. Thank you for watching.
They're too busy messing about. The girls have taken it seriously.
I think they're happy because they didn't hit the bridge.
Yeah, cheering themselves.
Let's see how the girls fare.
Yeah. Oh, 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 oh.
Oh dear. Where you going?
Over.
Where you going? Where you going?
That's it. Go that way. Oh, yeah, yeah, they're going to make it. Oh, 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 turn. Turn. Oh, shit.
Yeah, they made it.
Yay.
Yeah, they made it. No casualty to do. Well, we've got a bit of storm damage here, clearly. This branch right across the pathway. Go on, you go first. Show me how it's done. Ah, I see. Okay. Oh, blimey, that is low. I must be getting old. Wow. Dad, I'd love to see that. All these fantastic fallen trees. Whoop. That's excitable. Oh. Mud mutts. Hey, Pooch.
Sorry, as much as I've been really sorry for this filming.